Inter enjoy a 5-point lead at the top, despite not beating any of their direct rivals this season. Not that the Nerazzurri are too bothered by that paradox, provided, of course, they can go on and win the Scudetto. Arch rivals Juventus edged the reverse fixture, but such has been the Bianconeri's inconsistency. They're now battling for a top 4 finish, as opposed to featuring prominently in the title race. Under the lights at San Siro, it's the Derby d'Italia, Inter-Juventus. Inter haven't beaten Juventus, Napoli or Milan this season. They haven't needed to. They sit 5 points clear at the summit. Manuel Pascali with another victory here this evening. Akanji carrying the ball and finding Di Marco.
We didn't see much from Inter skipper.
Barella. Now Luis Enrique up against Cambiaso. Barella, Locatelli got there. David's given it away to Sucic. Thuram allowed to turn. Luis Enrique, and it's gone in. Di Gregorio couldn't readjust in time. It will be an own goal, but Luis Enrique beginning to make his mark in Nerazzurri colours. His first goal at Sassuolo, and now he sets up the opener.
Yes, Patrick, it's not the goal we were waiting for, but this counts again. But look, Thuram receiving the ball, too much room for him, feeding Luis Enrique, and that's what you need sometimes to win trophies. A bit of luck, too much room. Cambiaso is not tight enough. I don't know why Di Gregorio is already diving. Surely you have to go there with your left foot, not with your right. This, on my view, is a big mistake by former Inter goalkeeper.
Juventus have a very reliable number 2 in Mattia Perin. Doesn't play too much. Yildiz losing out to Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique away. Locatelli first to the loose ball. Time and space for Kalulu. Good ball in for McKennie. Straight at the goalkeeper. McKennie holding off Zielinski. Now bringing in Conceição. Again, Kalulu in the pocket. This is Yildiz. Cambiaso. It looked a fairly innocuous cross from Luis Enrique, but understandably his teammates going across to congratulate him. Yildiz with the quick feet. Still Yildiz. Now Conceição, creating space for the shot.
That is a good chance, but Juventus are producing.
Locatelli trying to find Kalulu. Sucic, well in by Locatelli. This is Jonathan David. Now Kalulu. Conceição. David in the middle. Kalulu delays the cross. McKennie delivers. David! And Cambiaso! Sneaking in out of nowhere. And the name on the score sheet twice. At both ends, that of Andrea Cambiaso.
Yeah, but Juventus deserved it, Patrick, because they've been the better team in the first 26 minutes. McKennie put a decent ball in. I think David lost the contact with the ball, and then, as you said, sneaking from the back. Cambiaso surprising Luis Enrique and leveled the game for Juventus.
He's come under fire recently from the Bianconeri faithful. Booed and whistled at his home ground, Andrea Cambiaso. But no one knew where the Italy international was here.
Yeah, but Luis Enrique is in the wrong position. Yes, Akanji is there. Bisek, I don't know, maybe scared to score an own goal. But Luis Enrique here, too far away from Cambiaso. He's watching him here, probably thinking that Bisek is gonna clear the ball. And here is the moment where Luis Enrique is losing the goal scorer.
Juventus won the reverse fixture against Inter. That was admittedly the early stage of the season for Kivu's Inter, but how do you explain their big match record domestically, where they haven't beaten anyone besides the likes of Roma? McKennie, meantime, for David. Still Jonathan David. Yildiz now trying to bend it, pushed away by Sommer. Could have caught it, got it to safety. And Di Marco wins a throw-in.
Yeah, it's a fact, it's a statistics they have to work on clearly.
Barella, clever touch. Zielinski off the line by Brenner. Good gambling by the Brazilian. Di Gregorio was beaten once again. Inter going close.
Yeah, brilliant from Thuram. Great pass.
Inter have won it high here. Sucic dropping the shoulder. Lautaro Martinez misses the target.
And now Inter finally producing something. First, a great ball from Thuram with the outside of his right foot, and here Sucic probably has to strike, and Lautaro probably was waiting for a sweeter pass. Here Zielinski could have done better, but Bremer is usually showing why he's one of the top defenders in Serie A.
Here's Sucic. It's got Di Marco to his left. Di Marco now trying to play the killer ball. He wins a corner, which is always a threat.
Yeah, but I think the ball from Sucic was too short.
Di Marco with the corner. Thuram, it's saved by Di Gregorio. And somehow it's caught the post and stayed out. Inter desperately unlucky, but great goalkeeping from Di Gregorio after earlier making that mistake.
Yeah, what chance, Patrick, for Inter.
The corner very nearly did the trick, given away by Miretti. Bastoni takes a tumble. Kalulu is going to be sent off here for a second yellow card. And whatever he says, it cannot be changed by the VAR. It's 2 yellow cards. Juventus down to 10. He'd had 1 yellow card all season. He's had a further 2 in 41 minutes here.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible couple of minutes. Bastoni is doing the job that every single probably player would do. Going down easily, but you can see that Kalulu is trying to grab Bastoni jersey. Here,
is that a yellow card, Manuel? Be honest.
Live, I would say yes. Now watching the replay, doesn't look like it is.
He puts his arm out, he pulls it away. Bastoni's already diving forward, and then we see Bastoni celebrating a red card for the opposition.
And here, Locatelli with his chest saving the second goal for the Nerazzurri. You can see from this angle as well. Look here, Locatelli. Post. That was the turning moment there, then a couple of seconds after. Great header by Thuram, too central.
It is worth bringing up a point that, and we'll touch upon this in the second half, surely if a referee is not sure about a yellow card, they should wait. We saw it in Naples in midweek. Jacobo Ramon spared a second yellow card against Napoli. But the first half has been completed here at the Meazza. Di Gregorio at fault for the Cambiaso own goal opener. Cambiaso then scored for Juventus at the other end before a sending off for Pierre Kalulu of Juventus. The Bianconeri will play the second half with 10 at the break. Inter 1, Juventus 1. Inter will play 11 against 10 for 45 minutes, seeking a winning goal to take them 8 points clear at the Serie A summit. Manuel Pascali, we've had a further 15 minutes to reflect on the big decision from the first half. Was it a second yellow card,
No.
yes or no?
Not watching the replay, it's not a second yellow card for Kalulu. Live looked like it was a foul, but we got the modern technology. And now Juventus will set up with a kind of 4-4-1 with McKennie. They will play right winger. David will be along by himself up front. Yildiz on the left. Conceição was the player that was creating Inter so many problems in the first half.
In light of this new match situation, does 1-1 and a draw now become a great result for Juventus?
Yeah, of course it will be. And Spalletti will look to try to keep the score like this, and maybe opportunity from set piece, corner, and they will take maybe to try to get the most of it.
Akanji expected to be into dominating possession in this second half. Carlos Augusto. Sucic. Lautaro, left by Bisek. In by Luis Enrique for Marcus Thuram. Had to generate the power. Cambiaso, great run this. Still going Cambiaso. Wonderful work from him. And McKennie now. Didn't go for goal. Still a chance, saved by Sommer to deny Miretti. McKennie again, and Sommer makes the save. Juventus with a host of chances.
Yeah, incredible passing, but why did McKennie not hit from that distance? Is incredible. Here, hit it first touch instead of trying to feed David. And here, this is a good first save by Sommer, and another decent one here.
Di Marco with the corner. Bremer away. This is Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu! Top save from Di Gregorio. Di Marco meantime, home with the block. We saw Çalhanoğlu score a couple of stunners in the reverse fixture. Çalhanoğlu tries again. It was deflected. Kenan Yildiz just poked it forward, hopefully. Juventus boxed in now. They're beginning to tire. Zielinski with the cross. Esposito's header is easy for Di Gregorio.
Yeah, good defending again.
Yildiz wants it back. Holm goes up the line for McKennie. Trying to run past Carlos Augusto here, Wes McKennie. Needs some support. McKennie's done really well. Still going McKennie. Bounced up off Bisek. Cambiaso asking for a penalty. McKennie went down with the initial challenge. Di Marco meantime. Juve. Çalhanoğlu. Thuram. Away from home. Past Locatelli. Marcus Thuram! We've seen him do it before.
In the derby.
Di Marco. Esposito! This is his biggest goal so far in Inter colours. The golden boy Pio Esposito making his mark in the Derby d'Italia just as Inter was struggling.
It's something special. As Di Marco left foot, incredible ball in, inch perfect, but this boy, he feed it well in the box, can score goals, and now Inter are step closer, maybe, to the 21st Scudetto of their history.
As things stand, Inter lead by 2-1. They're going 8 clear at the Serie A summit. Di Marco for Esposito. A goal made in the Inter Academy. Lautaro turning away from Bremer. He got the ball. Locatelli. McKennie. Locatelli has Boga in support. Locatelli away from Zielinski. This is Bremer. McKennie now. Locatelli! It's astonishing! The Juventus captain pulls an equalizer out of nowhere. And the 10-man Bianconeri just keep on fighting.
Patrick, I was thinking, what a game is having this man. Even in 10-man Juventus, he was bossing in the field. As a captain, went up front, and after a layoff by McKennie, I think, found the net and leveled the game for Juventus. Patrick, this is why we love football.
Never more appropriate, Manuel Pascali's catchphrase. On St. Valentine's Day, this is why we love football. Bremer winning it back. They'll have a look at that challenge. But Locatelli, who once scored a winning goal here for Juventus against his former club Milan, might now have secured a point for the Bianconeri with that finish.
Incredible.
Inter can still break Juventus' hearts on St. Valentine's Day. Di Marco delivers. It's broken for Juve. Juve, Lautaro for Çalhanoğlu. Tried to place it. Boni. Back for Zielinski. Di Marco measures across. Bisek is there! Great save again from Di Gregorio.
I think now the Juventus fan will be happy with the Di Gregorio performance so far.
Di Marco's won it back. Into boxing the Bianconeri in again. Zielinski square. Çalhanoğlu strikes it. This time Di Gregorio wasn't getting there. Inter want a corner. Koopmeiners at least approaching the Polish midfielder. This is Juve. For Bisek now. Zielinski, he can strike them! Zielinski brings the house down. A heartbreaker for 10-man Juventus on St. Valentine's Day. But that's been his goal of choice all season long. And surely this time, the Nerazzurri won't let the lead slip.
Mamma mia, Patrick. Mamma mia. What a game of football. And what a strike. And what player Zielinski is. Again with his left foot from distance, finding a crucial goal for the Nero-Azzurri. Di Gregorio cannot do anything.
Long by Di Gregorio. Juventus can't win the flick on. Lautaro holding it up. Now Çalhanoğlu. There is time for a fourth. There's scope for a fourth. Çalhanoğlu. Boni dropping the shoulder. Koopmeiners off the line.
Fantastic by Koopmeiners. That was going to meet the net.
Route one from Locatelli. Flicked on by Kelly. Sommer gathers the ball. They want the full-time whistle. Inter win the derby d'Italia. Another crazy edition of this match. Christian Kivu finally claims victory in a 6-pointer this season domestically. Piotr Zielinski with the added time winner. It finished 4-3 to the Bianconeri in September. It ends 3-2 to the Nerazzurri in mid-February. Pio Esposito had got what he thought was a winning goal. Locatelli cancelled that out. It does mean Inter go 8 points clear, albeit having played a game more than Milan. It's another defeat for Juventus, and it finishes at the Meazza quite simply. Inter 3, Juventus 2.